I'm so glad we've taken the last 45 minutes to talk about gratitude and mindfulness. It's something that probably all of us, me included, can do more of in our day-to-day life. Danielle Matthew, who is a licensed marriage and family therapist, has been joining us to walk us through these things, especially as a lot of us have our kids go back off to school and kind of a change of season and get back into routine time. I do want to talk a little bit about the CPE Collective. You're a co-founder. What is it? What do you guys do?
Yeah, so I am co-founder with Dr. Eve Lauren Goldstein, and it is the Child Parent Educator Collective. And we have a series of 360 seminars that we provide post-COVID stress. We talk about, we have keynote speeches that we do, and we talk about social and emotional learning skills. And we have various seminar series. We do one, I do one on bullying. Eve does one on executive functioning. We have all of our skills built together. And really what we do is we go to school districts and they hire us to come in and we talk to the whole community. We work with the teachers, we work with the educators, and we really try to build a common language. So everyone has social and emotional learning skills. We would bring them with life skills and examples and exercises, kind of like some of the ones I was talking about with the ABCs of friendship, the 3 E's, SMART goals, and we really talk about how to use those in their community, in the schools, with the children, and how parents can use them. So parents and teachers can have a similar language that's common to everybody to really teach building a community back up strongly with actually skills and a roadmap that we give them in our collective. And so people can go to cpecollective.com. They can learn more about us and how to find us if they want us in their school district. We go all over the country. We even did a Zoom thing not too long ago in Australia.
Oh, neat, neat. Which brings to mind that everybody is dealing with this right now. We live in a whole new world. It is a new normal, and it doesn't look to be changing anytime soon.
That is true. And with the new normal, we have to believe that we have hope. And I think social and emotional learning skills that we teach and the exercises that go with it to help learn skills really give that roadmap to hope. An 8th grade teacher of mine once said to me, knowledge is power. And the more knowledge you have power to change. And you have power to change things happening in the world. And I believe that with our kids and our communities and our parents and our educators as well.
How can we make daily changes that are significant in our own lives? It's too overwhelming to think, I want the world to change. I want to change the world. I mean, that's too big of a goal, right? But there are some daily changes we can make with ourselves.
Yes, and I think this is a great point that you're bringing up, because I think people feel overwhelmed, and then that flooded feeling I talked about earlier, they get to anxiety and panic if they think about what's going on in the bigger world. It doesn't help the day-to-day, and often what I do with my clients is say, what can you change, whether it's a child or an adult? How can you make your world better? What can you do? Go to that bookstore, go to that comedy thing. What can you do with friends? What makes you happy? How do you connect? Talk about what connection and engagement looks like, and really helping people learn how to do that on a day-to-day basis where they can refocus on their day-to-day lives and what they have control over so they feel more powerful and not so powerless.
Yeah. If someone wants to start meditation, how do you do that? How do you jump in?
I think the best way to do it is like an app that you can do. Like the Calm app is a very common one. You can get a week free, and really they have different meditations, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and they really tell you what to do, and the music in the background is really lovely. And I'm telling you, some of my teenagers do it, and some of the adults I see do it, and it can be really nice because it's not so much time, and they can just have 7 to 10 minutes, maybe once in the morning, once in the evening, and it can really help center people with that mindfulness that we're talking about today.
And again, when you make this an everyday practice, stress levels can go down, anxiety can go down. Right. What else? What do you see?
I see people feeling happier, and especially when they find their own voice. That is when I see them the happiest, when they can center themselves and get out of their flooded space and know how to take care of things using their life skills or social and emotional learning skills, how to do that. That's the best thing in the world. And as a therapist and someone who works in the communities, I can't tell you how impactful that makes me feel to see how we can give other people hope and help so they don't have to go around every day feeling so stressed and anxious in the world, because there's already a lot out there. So how can we try to make some of it better and more positive with a skill set to be able to do that?
And I just think right now the world is just so noisy. It's like the volume is just turned on high.
Yes.
And this seems like a great tool to kind of just, if not mute it, turn it down.
Well, and one of the other things we talk a lot about is not having social media after a certain time, and especially at nighttime. What I often will tell even parents is putting away their phones and the kids' phones at night so it's not by their bed, so they would go right back and look at it, because that's a time for sleep, right? That's a time you need the brain to calm down. And I think if you have your phone next to you, it's easy to go back on the phone and look at your social media. So you really talk about times of the day that your brain wants to calm down, and ways to do that with meditation and deep breathing, and ways just to come back to yourself.
And how do you see this impacting the school year, whether it be for kids or teachers or parents?
I see that if CPE Collective and others can come to communities and build skills and life skills for them, and social and emotional learning skills, and give them actual tools to the parents and to the educators, I think it will give a sense of hope. It will give a sense of community, and hopefully a sense of joy again, that the world can feel better and that there are tools to use to help our kids and to help really join together as a community and stay connected and not be divisive with each other.
It's so important, especially for teachers right now. So much is asked of them. We are seeing burnout and staffing shortages, and just teachers who are overwhelmed saying, you know, I'm having to do it all, and for not really a lot of pay when we look at their job. You mentioned having this common language, and I think, gosh, you know, that can apply to so many areas of our life. If we're all coming at an issue with the same language, then we're kind of on better ground already, right?
That's right. And that's what we go do in the school districts that we work in as the CPE Collective. We really go around and educate the whole community with a common language, and using our program and our keynote speakers, our speeches that we do, and our programs that we offer, and we talk to the different levels, the elementary, the middle, and the high school, to really make it age appropriate. And we do parents. It's so important to talk to the parents too, because we want to build the community back up. And so we have to have that common language. So if we're teaching something to the parents, we need to be teaching it to the teachers as well.
That's right. That's right. It's all about community. We're all in this together. Danielle, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us and your time with us tonight. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
You've just been a wealth of knowledge. All right, when we come back, we will talk about what's on tap for the rest of the week, so don't you go anywhere.